The final bell doesn't mean freedom for everyone. For Jessica, it's a summons. That sound slices through the noisy hallway, her cue for the slow, defeated walk to room 204. Detention. She knows this place well. It's a grey box of boredom, designed to punish. Vice Principal Thompson's voice is a drone in her memory. Jessica, room 204. Now. No surprise there. She slings her backpack over her shoulder, the weight of it a perfect match for the weight in her chest. Every step is heavy with defiance. She shoves past a group of laughing freshmen, her face a mask of complete indifference. But underneath it all, a current of frustration is buzzing. Another afternoon wasted. Another hour staring at the clock, at the peeling paint, and at the ghost of a man who runs this holding pen, Mr. Evans. To her, and pretty much everyone else, he's a joke. A quiet, middle-aged fixture who just sits there. She pushes the door open, ready for the usual silence, but today, something's different. Today is the day the quiet man is going to speak. The room smells like floor cleaner and regret. Jessica slumps into a desk at the back, the worn wood cool under her forearms. She pulls out her phone, her thumb hovering over the screen, ready to dive into a world that is anywhere but here. Mr. Evans sits at his desk, not drowning in paperwork, but reading a worn-out paperback. He looks up, and his eyes are surprisingly clear and direct. He's not old, but he's not young either. He just kind of exists in that invisible, middle-aged space that students are experts at ignoring. "Phones away, please, Jessica," he says. His voice is calm, not demanding. It's the total lack of irritation that's so irritating. Jessica lets out a loud, dramatic sigh, meant to communicate the sheer depth of her suffering. She shoves the phone into her bag with just enough force to make a point. "Whatever. I have a question for you," Mr. Evans says, closing his book but keeping a finger wedged in its pages. "If you could change one thing about this school, what would it be?" The question is so unexpected it short-circuits her usual sullenness. She looks at him, really looks at him, for the first time. "Seriously?" "Completely." She scoffs, leaning back in her chair until it groans in protest. A sarcastic answer is right on the tip of her tongue. "Longer lunch." "No math." "Fire Thompson." But the genuine curiosity in his expression stops her. She actually thinks for a second. That detention didn't exist, she finally says, landing on a safe, predictable answer. Mr. Evans chuckles, a soft, warm sound. "Fair enough. A popular opinion, I'm sure. But what if detention wasn't a punishment? What if it was a place to figure things out?" Jessica just stares. This is new. Detention supervisors were supposed to be glorified statues, human scarecrows. They weren't supposed to have theories. They weren't supposed to make you think. She was an expert at getting into trouble, but this quiet man was breaking all the rules of the game. Days turned into a week. Jessica's talent for finding trouble was nothing if not consistent, and so was her afternoon appointment in room 204. But the dynamic had shifted. The silence wasn't empty anymore. It felt like it was waiting for something. One Tuesday, Mr. Evans doesn't just ask a question. He walks over and places a blank notebook and a freshly sharpened pencil on her desk. "I have a challenge for you today," he says, heading back to his desk. "Write down 3 things you're good at." Jessica rolls her eyes so hard she feels a strain. "This is stupid." "Perhaps," he says. "But humor me. 3 things. Don't overthink it." She glares at the notebook. It feels like a trap, some lame self-help exercise he probably read about in a book. She's good at getting suspended. Good at making her parents worry. Good at being a disappointment. But he said good at. She lets out a huff and picks up the pencil. The graphite feels cool and solid in her hand. Fine. She'll play his dumb game. She scribbles, fast and angry. 1. Drawing. 2. Arguing. 3. Making people laugh. She shoves the notebook across the desk. There. Happy? He doesn't answer right away.